Students, all is well. Today I am going to start a very interesting chapter, how the state government works. This chapter is really amazing and meaningful because nowadays the situations called coronavirus is spread throughout the world, and in these situations government help us lot. So to understand the importance of government and the role of government at different level, we are going to study here. So let's start our first topic. Our first topic is meaning of state government. The government which works at the state level, the government's work at the state level is called state government. Mainly, the responsibility of the governments to deal with the issues related to the entire state. What is the work of the governments? To deal with the issues related to the entire state or to resolve the problems of the state. The government at every level has three organs: legislature, executive, judiciary, etc. We will understand this in the next slides, but the main function of the government is to resolve the problem of a particular state. Why it is? Because India has a huge number of populations. India is a vast country. It is not possible for the governments to run by single handed. That's why the government are categorized into the different levels. These governments are categorized particular states. That's why we are studying here the chapter called the state governments. Means there are 28 states are in India. So among all the 28 states, there are 28 governments working there for the welfare of the public. I hope it is clear to all. Now, our next topic is that organs of the governments. In the previous slides, we had discussed about that it is not possible for the governments to do work by single-handed. Therefore, so to manage the work smoothly or to run the country smoothly, the government has categorized. The government has different organs, and these organs are theirs. Governments are government has the three types of organs. On the basis of three organs, the work is going there. First is legislature or legislative. Second is executive. Third is judiciary. You can revise this in descending order also. Means JEL. JEL is a short abbreviation of this: J for judiciary, E for executive, and L for legislative. Here we will understand the term legislative. The term legislative means it is a body to make law and order for a country. It plays a vital role because it is formed to make law and order for a country. The work of this body is to make law and order for a country. Second is that executive. Executive who obey the orders of others. Executive, in a simple words, who obey the orders of their supreme body. So the work of the executive is to follow law and order of their supreme body. Means they are responsible for making the laws. They are responsible to execute that law and order. And third one is judiciary. It is an independent organ. Judiciary is a very important organ of the government. If someone is trying to violate or to disobey the law, judiciary give the punishment to that persons, because law is equal for same. Everybody is equal before the law. So that is the role played by the judiciary. So I hope all of you clear this. The organs of the government, there are three organs of the government: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Now let's move to the next topic. In India, there are 28 states, and each state having its own legislature. Our next topic is the state legislature. For every state, there is a legislative or Vidhan Mandal, which consists of a governor. The legislature can be bicameral or unicameral. Very important terminology here. Bi means two, and uni means one. So, in each state having a two houses. In each state having one or more than two houses, but in exceptional cases it is found there. So legislature can be, here I use the word can be, the legislature can be bicameral or unicameral. In the states like Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, and the union territories of India, Jammu Kashmir, the legislature is bicameral. These states have two houses. The name of these two houses: Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. So these are the state legislature. Again I am repeating here, there are 28 states in India, and each state having their own house. Some states having a two houses, that is Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. Now, see the composition of this state legislature. Legislative Assembly, or you can say in Hindi Vidhan Sabha. The member of this legislative assembly is directly elected by the people. Means our country has divided into number of constituencies. Here, constituencies means area, and each area having a particular representative chosen by the people. So, Legislative Assembly, or the member of Vidhan Sabha, directly elected by the people, and on the vice versa, the member of the Legislative Council, or you can say that Vidhan Parishad. The criteria of choosing the member is that one third of its member of Legislative Assembly, means who has chosen as an MLA. One third members of the member of Legislative Assembly chosen the member of the Vidhan Parishad, one third by local government bodies, and one sixth nominated by the governor, and many more criteria is also there. So these are the composition of the state legislature. Are you understood? State legislatures is a body which is consist by governor or MLAs, and a member of Vidhan Parishad also, and Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha. The member of these assembly are directly elected by the people through the elections conducted, uh, and the Legislative Council or Vidhan Parishad. The criteria of this Vidhan Parishad is that one third of the members which has already chosen through the member of Legislative Assembly, they are elected in that, and one third by local government bodies, one sixth nominated by the governor. Now, our next topic is, let us know more about the Legislative Assembly. The total number of MLAs uh, in the state legislative assemblies cannot be more than 500 and less than 60. Means this is the criteria of Legislative Assembly. The total number of MLAs in the state legislative assembly cannot be more than, it means it should not be more than 500 and less than 60. But these are some exceptional states where are the exceptional case found here. The exceptions to it and have less than 60 members. These are some states like Mizoram, Sikkim and Goa are the exceptional case where having the 60 members only in the legislative assembly. The members of the state assembly or the Vidhan Sabha are directly elected by the people. This is the third and very important criteria, means the members of these assembly are directly elected by the people. How the whole state is divided into the constituencies. The whole state, that means the state Madhya Pradesh is divided into the constituencies, and each constituency is having an elections, and one candidate is elected from each constituency on the basis of universal adult franchisee. This policy adopted by India. So these types of candidate is known as MLAs. So MLAs are elected through these procedures. Now, let us discuss about the political parties. There are two types of political parties exist in India: national and regional. BJP and Congress is a national party. Regional parties are related to the state party. Take participate in an election. Sometimes it happens that independent candidates can also participate in that. So political parties of India play a vital role in the election. Now, see the eligibilities to become the members of Legislative Assembly. Person must be the citizen of India. The age of that person should not be less than 25 years of age. He or she must be the citizen of India. The term of this Legislative Assembly, means the time period of this Legislative Assembly is for 5 years, and the presiding officers under this as Speaker and Deputy Speaker. So these are the eligibilities to become the member of Legislative Assembly. To become a member of Legislative Assembly, a person must be a citizen of India. He must not be less than 25 years of age, and the term or the tenure of the Legislative Assembly is for 5 years. I hope it is clear to all very well. Now it's the time to discuss the various points. The government work at state level is called the state government. The government has how many organs, students? 3 organs. On that 3 organs, on that basis, governments run smoothly, and government functions very smoothly. The government has 3 organs: legislative, executive and judiciary. MLA stands for member of Legislative Assembly. The members of these assembly directly elected by the people. There are two types of political parties are there in India. One is regional and second is national. The example of National Party, BJP, and Bharatiya Janata Party, and INC, Indian National Congress. Thank you and have a nice day.